Hello friends. Today we will start the NCERT Class 9 History chapter, Nazism and the Rise of Hitler. Today we begin the first module of this chapter. In this module, we will take you towards another country, and that country is Germany. The story of our chapter, Nazism and the Rise of Hitler, is connected with this country. In this module, we will answer the following questions. Who was Adolf Hitler and what is Nazism? In 1945, when the Second World War ended, a young German boy, Helmut, was listening to his parents' conversation. His father, who was a doctor, was debating whether they should kill their entire family or if just he should commit suicide alone. He feared that, for revenge, the Allies, who had won the Second World War, would kill the captured Nazis, which he was himself, with the same ruthlessness as they, the Nazis, had killed the Jews. In the end, Helmut's father shot himself. In response, Helmut stopped eating and drinking anything at home for 9 years, as he feared his mother might poison him. Let us now understand the background to this story. Helmut's father was a Nazi. During this time, Adolf Hitler was the Chancellor of Germany. This means he was the head of the government of Germany. His supporters were known as Nazis. Hitler wanted to make Germany a mighty power by conquering all of Europe. They killed many members of the economically strong community of the Jews. But Nazism did not just mean killing Jews. Nazism was an entire system. It was a structure of ideas about the world and politics. Let's revise what we have learnt about Hitler and Nazism. Adolf Hitler wanted to conquer all of Europe and make Germany a mighty power. To fulfill his ambition of doing this, he developed Nazism as a system. In 1933, he became the Chancellor of Germany. He took down democratic institutions like the Parliament and established a dictatorship. Nazism was a system, a structure of ideas about the world and politics of the time. The genocide of Jews, that is, the mass killing of members of the Jewish community in gas chambers, was merely a small part of this system. Let's continue the story ahead. Which powers were fighting the Second World War? Let's find out. In the Second World War, the Allies were fighting against the Axis powers. Included in the Allies were UK and France. Later, in 1941, they were joined by the USSR and the USA. Germany, Italy, and Japan made up the Axis powers. Hitler was the main leader of the Axis powers. When the Allies defeated Germany in May 1945, Hitler, his family, and his propaganda minister, Goebbels, all committed suicide. The Allies set up an international military tribunal in Nuremberg, Germany, to bring action against the Nazis. The Nazis had to face the responsibilities of crimes against peace, war crimes, and crimes against humanity. However, even the punishment given by the tribunal was in fact not enough. The Nazis had massacred, that is, ordered the mass murder of 6 million Jews. This is known as the genocidal war. Not just Jews, they also killed many other innocent civilians with poisonous gas in the gas chambers, like gypsies, Polish people, mentally and physically disabled Germans, and many political opponents. Political opponents were those who were against him in Auschwitz. Moving ahead, we see that the Nuremberg Tribunal only sentenced 11 Nazis to death, and many were imprisoned for life. Even though punishment was given, in comparison to the crimes of the Nazis, it was very less. The Allies did not want to be as harsh on the Germans they had defeated, as harsh as they had been after the First World War. If we look closely, we can see that the German economic situation and the coming of Hitler's dictatorship during the Second World War, that is, the rise of Nazi Germany, was largely an outcome of the First World War. For this, it is very important to learn about the German experience at the end of the First World War. We shall discuss this in the coming modules. Now, let's go over this part again and do a quick recap. Along with the Jews, several others were also massacred. The Second World War was fought by the Allies, that is UK and France, later joined by the USSR and the USA, and the Axis powers, Germany, Italy, and Japan. When the war ended, the Allies set up a tribunal. This tribunal was set up to try the Nazis for the genocide and brutalities, crimes against humanity that they had committed, and to punish them for these crimes. Why did Hitler and Nazism thrive at this time? To answer this question, we have to study the First World War and its impact. The rise of Nazism had its roots in the results of the First World War.